Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Izzy Does It. This is a special episode because we're doing it in collaboration with Baiduri Capital and we're celebrating their 10th year anniversary. If you remember a few months back, I asked you guys if you have any investment related questions for me to ask. So yes, guys, this is the episode. We'll be dividing this episode into two segments. The first segment will be me chatting with Baiduri Capital's client. His name is Hanif Rahman. So I'll be asking him questions about how he started investing because he's only 24 years old, guys, and then how his experience has been like with Baiduri Capital. The second segment will be my interview with Kun Yu, manager, investment, and chief dealer at Baiduri Capital. So this is the part where I understand a little bit more about what Baiduri Capital offers, their products and services, and how investings have changed over the last couple of years here in Brunei. So whether you've been wondering about how investment really works, what it really is about, and where to get started, this is the episode for you. And just as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. All the discussions within this episode is strictly to share our experiences to better understand what investing really is. So without further ado, let's get started. Hanif Rahman, welcome to Izzy Does It.
Thank you.
You are a Baiduri Capital client.
Yes.
Kejarangan Baiduri client, especially like anyone with investment portfolios, are willing to come on publicly to share their experience. So thank you so much for being here. Let's start off by getting to know you dulu. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Yeah, macam as in, yeah, I mentioned your age today, so you can share how old you are, what you do.
So my name is Muhammad Hanif. I am 24 years old, and
24 years old.
24. Yeah, and I am a marine engineer.
Oh,
So I work on a vessel lah. So what you do is maintain efficient operations and keep our machineries running as smooth as possible, and keeping safety in mind while doing so.
so you're 24 years old. Does that mean you were fresh off graduation and then tarus kerja sana?
Yes, because I was bonded lah. With company. Yeah.
So how long has it been?
I've been working for about 1 year.
1 year. Okay, so barulah.
Baru je lah.
How did you first got into investment in general?
In general.
Yeah. Macam was the concept of investing like something that you andang paham ka sudah? Ataupun did you learn that from school? Are you andang a numbers guy?
It's quite niche sebenarnya.
Before we proceed, I just want to also put a disclaimer that what we're talking about, both me and Hanif, we're talking about investment strictly based on our experiences.
Yeah.
Like this is not professional advice, but more towards like a sharing session lah. So you guys can take it how you may like it, but we are definitely not licensed to give anyone like advice. So this is strictly just for sharing saja. Okay. When I opened up questions out of my Instagram from my followers to ask anything about investment, right? And then like what makes them not invest. So a lot of people say like macam oh orang kaya sih yang dapat investing. For you, what was the criteria for you to start investing? Is it because you started receiving monthly salary ka? Ataupun did you have any savings before? When did you start like actually going to investing? Yeah.
So I've been saving since I was when was that? 2020.
2020.
Yeah, 2020. So saving
5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago, because I was bonded then at the time. So I was saving until last year, and then this year is actually the time where I joined Baiduri Capital. But the criteria for me is that before doing so, what I had in mind was I need to start budgeting, getting to know what my budget allows, what expenses I have, like monthly expenses atau kan. You need to know how much I spend each month, like bills kapag ito. And then also emergency funds. Yeah, emergency funds. So that one, I had to build that one up first. Once I completed that one, a bit of savings, I know my expenses, I know my budget. Then I started to go into investments. So from there, slowly research what I want to know lah.
So what I'm hearing is that you started with saving 5 years ago, which is like now kira macam 5 years lah you've been saving, right? And that was before you even got a paycheck, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then also getting to know your own personal finances help. Like you said, macam expenses, how much you spend in a month, daily maybe, and then keeping track of that.
Yeah.
And also your emergency funds. Yeah. So the concept of macam saving itu, was that andang how you were taught personally, or did you learn that from somewhere? Why did you want to start saving in the first place? Kan kawin ka?
And
You know.
for me, it's a safety net. Like in case I want to use it for something, some purchases can. It doesn't have to be a big purchase lah. Like something that I might need for school ka apa atau maybe I need a laptop for going to school kan before this lah. When I started saving itu masa 2020, yeah. So it started from there, and then I started to save more and more and be more frugal lah with my spending apa atau.
Do you consider yourself as a simple guy? Do you spend a lot?
Not really.
Oh, so you are.
Sometimes maybe I don't.
Are you like a tech bro? Like, what do you usually spend on? Oh,
Enjoy tech. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, and tech is not cheap too. Yeah.
Yes, tech is not cheap. But sometimes you can get good tech for a good price as well. So don't know lah, depends. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have experience buying, right, you can find from like, I don't know, Facebook Market or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay. Just
usually go for the bang for the buck type end. So you get the most value for what you spend and those kind of things lah.
this is an optional question. You can choose to answer or not. But I just wanted to understand your family background. Because there are some. This is in part of my question, wanting to understand what your relationship with money is, because understandably different people from different households view money differently, right? Some people, they come from like a privileged household, not necessarily dorang paham je how money works. Instead, I feel like people who come from kira macam what do I say, like upper class, I guess, kadang-kadang dorang pulang na berapa paham the value of money, right? So what would you classify your macam how would I say, what would that word be, like
Middle income, like
yeah, like
income,
yeah,
middle class. I think for me it's middle class income lah,
yeah.
around that range.
So both, as in both parents are working.
Our parents are working.
Yeah.
Now pension sudah lah. One of them can pension je. Since they both are pension already, I help with dorang punya household expenses lah job, some time to time, and some allowances lah for them. But yeah, memang around middle income household.
Yeah, kira macam biasa-biasa lah ni orang.
Biasa-biasa.
Yeah. Tapi what was your relationship like with money? Do you remember like macam, how do you view money? Do you view it as a necessity? Like is it like important to you?
When it comes to investment kan, for me money is not just something that you buy stuff with. You can use it like a tool to grow your wealth actually. So that's how I view. It's two different views lah for me. But in investment, I use it as a tool to grow my wealth. And so that it's a different mindset, but you learn to slowly understand how to use it as a tool lah to grow your money itu lah.
What was going through your thoughts as you wanted to finally commit to investing? That leads to my question, how did you come across Baiduri Capital?
So for the first thing is, actually I'm not too sure how to invest at the start. Then I asked my friends and colleagues lah about investment. Do they have any investment job? How do they start? So one of my friend and a colleague as well, he introduced me to Baiduri Capital. So they have a platform to invest kan. So as I learned with him, like this is what you do, this is how you navigate with the platform kan and everything. So from there I was like, oh okay. So it doesn't have to be difficult. You just need someone that you know that
Can guide you.
Yeah, can guide you. He's like a mentor lah for me, my mentor. Yeah. So it it's easier for me because ada orang yang tahu sudah buat investment kan. He introduced me to that. So I just have to follow his steps saja. What he taught me itu.
If you don't mind, walk me the process. Like, so your first meeting with an investment consultant, how was that? Did you know you were gonna invest when you first meet them, or macam did you take time to like consider dulu?
When I first booked an appointment with Baiduri Capital kan, I have no idea like how do I even do this kan actually, right? Yeah? So
There was no expectation at
there
all.
was no expectation at all.
Okay.
So meeting the consultant kan, so they told me about how did I do my first buying at the end, the buying stocks or ETF at the end. They show me exactly how to navigate through the platform. So from there, kira macam bisa to understand bit by bit lah. So once you ajar that one, I play with myself lah balik rumah, main cuba-cuba navigate how to macam mana kan buy, how to sell, how to see my overall portfolio, and then play around lah with the graphs and everything. But that one not really lah, because I'm more to passive investment. So for long term lah, not really a short term.
From your understanding, can you help explain to me what passive investment means?
Passive investment is, for me, I don't look at it. I don't spend a lot of time like actually
Monitoring market.
monitoring the market. And for me, I focus more for long-term growth. So maybe like following the SMP500 punya market, like looking back like for decades again, you can see the trend, how is it going, the historical data, the returns over the years kan. And it's quite evident lah, like you can grow your money from depend on how long you want to keep it arah the S&T on the market lah. And that one, since it's already a proven concept kan, so that's why I chose to go the passive route lah, since it's more, it doesn't consume my time lah, the time that I just have to put it there and set it and forget it lah. That's why I like passive method lah.
So after you play around with the platform, this platform, is it an app? What is it? Is it an app?
It's a website.
It's a website.
Usually go to the platform using my PC lah, my computer. So it's much easier using a computer because you have a big screen then. So to navigate using that screen to access my portfolio apa itu, from the dashboards, it's easy to see. So for me, since I'm doing it passively, in the selalu mencek lah. So if I log in, masuk, and it's already there. The things that I wanted to check, this is already it's already there lah, because I already like configure it to my needs lah.
Yeah.
And then if I'm done with that, just log out. But I think from mobile phone also can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit anu lah, because it's a small screen then.
Yeah.
I skip.
Yeah. So if you are using that platform, where does Baiduri Capital come in? Yeah, like macam then what do they help you with?
I guess more to consultation and moving my the capital that I want to invest.
Oh, so atu dorang yang tulong lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help with that lah.
Do you have any like commitments?
As of now, not really. I still live with my parents. Yeah, not so much lah in terms of commitments, but I do have to pay for house food expenses lah, and give them some allowances. Real commitments, not really.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So would you say that allowed you to also have room to like invest?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That job.
Fair enough. What features stood out to you using the Baiduri Invest punya platform?
The dashboard.
The dashboard.
The way you could customize to your own liking, and ease of use lah, most of it. Because yeah, like I said previously, it's easier to navigate once it's already set up for my needs lah. It's much easier compared to when you first started. You don't know what is this, what is that. So once you get to know, what does this do, what does that do. So the important bits you can put to your own dashboard, and from there it's much easier lah to navigate.
It's like macam arranging your iPhone screen, right? The home page. You can
The
pick-
icons.
Yeah, the icons apa. So you would say like even especially now everyone's like digitally savvy. You would say it's easy for anybody, for everyone to just like navigate kan? Obviously they would still need to understand lah what
Yeah.
they're putting on the dashboard atau.
Yes, correct.
Okay. I mean, I have no visual idea how it looks like, but I'm just imagining like a lot of charts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so. Ada je lah.
Ada, okay. But mostly numbers.
Mostly, and like to show first how.
Yeah, it's like shoop. Okay, so that's okay. The dashboard is the one that is like for you the feature that stands out the most.
Yeah.
Because you can see everything.
Yeah.
Okay. How long has it been since you've started investing with Baiduri Capital?
I started back in January or February this year.
Okay, so 6 months.
6, 7 months.
Yeah.
Just trying to be consistent so that over the time it's called dollar cost averaging lah. So since the market is going up, so you do dollar cost average, it will tend to follow the curve of the market, trying to be more conservative lah. Reducing the risk as well.
So your risk tolerance is low.
Yeah, I think I want to change that.
Really?
Medium to high, we'll see lah.
Yeah. What made you want to
Something.
change it? Because that was my next question. Like, how have that changed the way you think about money in the future? I mean, right now you're still like macam low tolerance risk, but you're saying you might want to change it. Like, is there any reason why you're more confident ka? Like,
Because I'm so, I say quite young kan. So at 24, I think I can tolerate more of the loss. So that's why I want to try something new lah. But of course, I'm still quite new in the world of investing, so a lot of things that I still don't know. But I try to gain more knowledge, like a bit of research day by day. And kalau macam if you do investing early kan, for me it pays off in the end, especially yang more conservative route lah instead of the high risk. But for my age, I think I need to explore more in the high risk punya ni lah.
yeah, especially now because you mentioned you don't have any commitments yet. So like you're free to do whatever you wish with your money. And I feel like also by you taking on the risks, but also like a balance lah, not be too risky. Using the money that you're willing to lose, I think by doing so you also learn more about like investment, right?
You have to do some mistakes to know what you are doing lah. From there you learn slowly, like, okay, what did I do wrong here? And then how can I do better next time from there? Slowly you'll get to understand how it works lah, investments.
Was there a moment since you invested with Baiduri Capital where you felt proud or reassured?
I felt reassured starting early lah.
What's the end goal for you?
The end goal, the ultimate goal is actually financial independence. So what I put in now will hopefully grow, and then those yang I invested at all hopefully will cover up my expenses for as long as I live lah. So maybe I want to retire early. Maybe I wanna buy a house sometime in the future. So it's from that investment lah, hopefully. Maybe buy a car. Who knows? Pay for a wedding.
Do you have a target that you set, or you're just going with the flow?
For now, just go with the flow lah.
Yeah, I mean it's still early too, right? Like baru 6 bulan going into this.
I'll let my future self stress that out.
Yeah, right now you just enjoy. I mean, because you're also like a simple guy, like you mentioned, right? So you have, yeah, money to spare. And you sound like you're also very well disciplined with your money because even before you start working, you already have savings.
Yeah, I try to save uh, a specific amount lah.
Hmm.
Not the benar-benar frugal lah.
Yeah.
But I do splurge on some stuff lah that I enjoy my hobby apa tu kan.
Yeah.
Because the point of investing is you don't want it to be stressful that it affects your life kan. You want it to be easy and actually at the same time benefits you, your future self lah nanti. So yeah, benarnya everyone can do investments as long as they have the they know how to budget, they know how to have their emergency funds, they have some savings set aside, and then they can go into investment lah.
Very impressive. 24-year-old. I think that's a new norm now. Like younger people are becoming more like financial literate. I mean, the economy is like really turbulent right now, right?
It's a safety net can in case anything happens can. So you want to be ready lah.
The younger you start, the better. But I also want to say like there's no real age to start investing lah. For someone young, similar age as you are, who are still unsure about investing, what would you say to them? Like imagine if I'm like your peer, I'm 24 years old. Let's just imagine that. I'm sure it's not hard to imagine, right? I was like, yeah. Ako start investing tapi ako macam this sure. Like, what would you say to me? Not as a financial advice, but just as a,
No advice lah.
yeah, macam as a friend to friend. Yeah.
If you generally want to start to invest can, you know how to budget, you know how to build up your savings, you know, your emergency funds ready, your expenses for at least 6 to 12 months spend your emergency funds a lot. So once you get that sorted out, you may want to go into investments. So from there, that's where we have Baiduri Capital, the platform to start your own investment. Yeah, you don't have to start with a big capital. You can start small. You know, as long as you meet the criteria and then month by month try to masukkan lah sikit-sikit. Eventually it will grow, inshallah lah. But you do have to know there's risk involved, and you know that that amount is what you are willing to risk as well. Because it could just boleh hilang saja semata, but at the same time it could go. Depends on how you play your cards lah.
True. Yeah. Have you ever lost?
Yeah, ada lah.
Yeah.
When Trump.
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When Trump introduced the tariffs kan, or back in when it was
Baru je tu, like a few months ago.
few months ago.
Yeah.
But then now it's okay lah.
Okay lah, like it's, yeah, it was just that shock atau kan tu, and lepas tu it's like,
The market bounces back.
yeah, and people always make a huge deal about it in the news, and it'll make it seem like it's like, oh, it's not gonna.
It's an emotional thing, right? It affects you emotionally. It stresses you out. Tapi if you just hold sabar,
Yes.
think for the long game, for the long term, it should be fine.
Yeah.
The market will always bounce back.
Yeah, I agree. I do have friends who also invest, and you have to sort of like be detached. Don't let the media like affect your emotions. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with investing in general, but also your experience with Baiduri Capital. Hopefully, a lot of people will sort of like understand that, yeah, you don't need a lot of money. All you need is understanding. So once you've gained some basic knowledge, I guess the next thing to do is to manage your own finances. Yeah. Track your expenses and have emergency fund. And then once you're okay with parting with a little bit of money, then you can start setting an appointment with an investment consultant. Yeah. And then you can start your investing journey. Yeah. And I feel like also if you meet with investment consultant pun, there's no pressure to tarus invest, right? It's just so that you understand what their services are. Yeah, and that's what you did. You didn't expect to actually sign up tarus kan?
Yes.
Yeah. But do you remember how long the period was after you meet with the consultant?
I think 1 week after. They
Not
already
others.
have platform ready for you lah to
Okay.
your investment.
Yeah.
But you don't have to start then and there again. Can just buka dulu and then figure out what you actually want to invest in. So slowly lah. There's no rush in investing was your
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. So before we end this, is there anything else that you would like to add?
thing. That's my shit.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Kun Yu, welcome to Izzy Does It.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I'm feeling good.
You're feeling good? Okay, so Kun Yu, you are the manager, investment sales, and chief dealer at Baiduri Capital.
Yes.
I was told by our mutual friend that you've been at Baiduri Capital from the very start.
Yes. Part of the group, the team that been tasked to set up Baiduri Capital.
And it's been 10 years now.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Prior to that, how long have you been working in Baiduri in general?
I've been with Baiduri 15 years this year. So 5 years with the bank prior to setting up Baiduri Capital, and that's where I am now.
Tell me briefly, like, how has that journey been like for you?
I mean, it's been an exciting journey. We started off largely driven by the regulatory landscape back then, where we are required to be segregated from the bank for investment products. And we have taken the opportunity to relook at the different products that we can offer to our client, and that's how we started the online trading platform.
Have you always been a finance guy, like a numbers kind of guy?
Yes, I came from economics background. I graduated with economics major, and I think that's something that has interested myself. And when that opportunity was given to me, I've taken on the project to set up Baiduri Capital.
What do you consider some of the like milestones on top of your head since you've been with Baiduri Capital for over like 10 years now?
The most recent one was the our overhaul of the trading platform. We launched Baiduri Invest last year, September. And the very first milestone was the opening of Baiduri Capital. It took us 2.5 years to get the company up and to have the operation started. So that's my first major milestone of my career. And the second one
is the most recent
one.
one. So the Baiduri Invest platform. Okay, I want to know more about that later on. But first, since you've been in the, should I say, is it correct if I say the investment industry or like the, what do you call that? Investment team.
That's correct.
It's correct,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So how, from your observation and maybe from your personal experience with Baiduri Capital as well, how much have changed since the last 10 years?
A lot has changed. I mean, things have picked up in terms of speed of innovation of products, technology in the last 2 or 3 years, even so. When we first started Baiduri Capital, we find that the demographic is a lot more conservative because interest rate was higher back then. Traditionally, people look for something that's safer and it's more leaning towards deposits. And I think personally, I feel that back then, information-wise, it's not as accessible as today.
True.
So I think getting people to come in or getting people to start asking about investment was a bit of a challenge when we started. But I mean, with technology advance, and today you have your a lot of different AI platforms. People are more informed. I think that has helped us in terms of getting people more ready.
Like maybe previously, last 10 years, like information was not easily accessible. So people were still like under the dark. Unless you have a finance background, you studied finance in school, maybe you are aware about investments. But would you say that investing in general is for the mass market? Or do you think it's only for like a specific demographic?
I wouldn't say it's for a specific demographic. I mean, there's no one size fit all investment strategy, investment products. I think it's more going back to the education part, right? Getting people to understand the product itself, getting to know what they're actually looking for, understanding what they need to achieve themselves first. I think that's a key part of even before you're ready to come in to meet up with any of our licensed or certified staff. And education has always been, I think, a cornerstone of even since the start of Baiduri Capital. I think, like I mentioned earlier, that how we started to get clients coming in back then we ran a lot of workshops. We have run a lot of road shows, reaching out to the public, reaching out to education institutions. I think to get people better informed what are the products that's available. Even more so now with innovative products coming out in the market every now and then. And the range of listed product in the stock exchange that we have access to has widened. So I think the education part, it's a key part of our agenda. And I think that helps, not only for our client, even for ourselves as the license holder. I think that helps to give confidence to our client.
Would you say like the Brunei market leans towards the more conservative side? And you said now it's starting to get a little bit more wider. They're able to tolerate risks more.
I wouldn't say they are more willing to take risks. It's more on the knowledge that they have more access to right now. They are more familiar with the products that it's out in the market. And I think the education part in terms of how to diversify a portfolio, that I think that plays into play. I wouldn't say that there is a change in terms of risk tolerance. It's more of the stage where we are right now in terms of information that's made available. Things may change. What they have defined higher risk back then may not be so at this time. And because in terms of understanding the product better, how to build a portfolio that may suit what they are looking for. So I think that's what I see, rather than a shift in terms of risk tolerance.
When we spoke to your client, he was 24 years old. Do you see a lot of younger people now going into investing compared to, I guess, I don't know, like the past few years?
Comparing to 10 years ago.
Yeah. Or actually, were there actually young people investing? I just don't know about it. Like,
when we first started, the first demographic that we sort of have targeted, it's more on the seasoned investors. I think for the fact that it's the easiest to penetrate because they have the investment experience. But over the years, we have seen the growth. Even for the first 3 years when Baiduri Capital was set up, we have seen that increase in terms of the younger professionals, those group that have just come on the workforce, but not so apparent when we started.
Yeah.
But for the last, I would say, at the inflection point was during COVID.
Oh,
That's when we have gotten, I think, significant jump in terms of the working class, and that's when we've seen an increase in investment activities also.
you have a strong team behind you.
Yes, definitely.
How do they fare against like regional or global like institutions?
I think sharing back with the last 10 years, not only Baiduri Capital has grown, not only product also. I think in terms of regulatory development within Brunei, that we're seeing that growth in terms of to match the product innovations that has happened in the market, and being licensed by the Brunei Darussalam Central Bank, I think that gives the assurance that we are always to keep ourselves at the standard. Yeah, because we are governed by them. We need to have a certain guideline that's provided by the central bank, and that constantly there's development that's matching with what is in the market. I feel that in the last 2 to 3 years,
Yeah.
it's a more exciting journey than the first, I think 5, 6 or 7 years that we started Baiduri Capital.
Because you feel like
Um,
it's finally picking up the pace.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, things are changing so fast that constantly we need to keep ourselves on the toes. Making sure that we need to be better informed than our client. I mean, like I said earlier, that in terms of information accessibility, it's I mean, a lot more greater than what they have in the last 8 years, 9 years ago.
Just now you mentioned a recent milestone is the introduction or the creation of the Baiduri Invest platform, right? Your client Hanif also spoke briefly about it. He said one of his favorite features is the dashboard. Yeah, but can you just walk me through what are some of the key features that you also feel like should be highlighted within the platform itself?
Other than the dashboard, I mean, the whole interface has changed. A lot of features has been added to the platform. But two of the key ones that personally I've felt that has helped client or may have helped some of our existing clients or even new clients. First one is the currency conversion. So in the platform, we have a self-directed currency conversion at the convenience of the client. Exchange rate is transparent. It's shown on the platform, and client can decide when they would like to change from whichever currency to whichever currency. So and the other one is the recurring subscription plan. So the recurring subscription plan was one of the I would say the star of the features of the new platform. Having in mind that we have a lot of new investors that wanted to make the first move. So having that features on, we have managed to lower the entry level to $100. So we always receive question from our client, when's the best time to enter the market? And I mean, myself personally, there's no crystal ball to say when is the best time to get in.
Yeah.
But once the market hit us, certain stocks hit a certain price, we will know whether that's the highest point or the lowest point. So with the recurring, I think it's more of a discipline to have a consistent placement. So we have starting from weekly placement to every 2 weeks, monthly, quarterly, semi-annually.
Oh, wow.
So I think that gives a bit of flexibility in terms of different clients' profile.
Yep. And their commitment as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we may have questions from kind that certain month I may need that money or
True.
so we have every quarterly, every semi-annual. I mean, depending on the client's commitment that they're able to.
Yeah.
So
that they're comfortable with.
yes.
Yeah.
One of the key agenda for Baiduri Capital since the inception, and it's something that we'll still continue to do. I mean, more so with the recent partnership that we had with UBD. At a high level, we are looking at collaborating on financial literacy content. We're trying to see what we can bring to the market, what we can work together to bring those I think more of up to date financial information to the public.
We received a few questions about Sharia compliant and Islamic investments, but we have to clarify that Baiduri Capital is not a licensed Islamic financial institution, so we will not be covering those products in this episode. Having said that, their Baiduri Invest platform does give you access to a wide range of securities, including those some investors may consider Sharia compliant based on their own research or the filters provided by certain stock exchanges. In fact, they do have clients who prefer to invest in Sharia compliant stocks or ETFs, and they make those decisions at their own discretion. So for today's episode, we're only going to be focusing on general investment topics and questions that fall within Baiduri Capital's scope. But we really appreciate the interest and encourage you to keep exploring options that work for you. Now let's take the questions from our audience. Okay, a bunch of them basically don't know where to start. So I received here basically, how do I start investing? I don't understand the lingo and the returns, how to get the money out, how much to invest. And then someone says, I'm 23, I don't know how it works. So I understand that you are Baiduri Capital is actively trying to spread awareness on financial literacy as well as investing. And I mean, this podcast is also one of the, I feel like the awareness, right? We're trying to make sure everyone gets information real time to understand what it is, because I can understand how people might feel intimidated with the idea of investing, right? So what do you have to say about that?
I'm going to pick a few pointers that I have shared early on.
Okay.
I think taking a step back,
Uh-huh.
the I think that the client themselves need, or I think the general public would need to understand what they are looking for.
Okay.
And I think they're fortunate enough that information, there's really a vast amount of information that's made available today.
Yeah.
Even more so, I think started from COVID, right? Everyone's starting to put information online, and with AI platform right now.
Yeah.
I think getting those information first in hand, and understanding what they're more familiar with, what they're looking for when they're investing, whether it's for retirement, whether it's saving up for buying a house, saving up for wedding.
Yeah.
I think understanding what they're looking for and before they even come in to meet us, because I mean we'll have the same question to get them started, because we need to understand what each and every client are looking for. And I'm going to repeat again, there's no one size fit all
It really
strategy.
depends on that one individual,
Yes.
their needs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I were to recap for anybody who is interested in the topic of investment or is interested in investing, first is you can do your own research. Obviously, with the information that's available online, it's easily looked up, or they can actually also get an appointment here if you want human to human interaction. And then the second part of the understanding what investment is all about is to understand why you want to invest.
Yes.
Okay, and then after they figure out the why, then maybe your team can help them with like whatever products or services that they need.
Yes. That's where the guidance comes in.
That's where the guidance comes in. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. I mean, it does sound simple enough, especially like with the age of information that we live in right now, right? A question here says investment for students or young people, and then the second one is, can a student start investing?
As a requirement, we have a minimum age of 21 years old to open account. But other than that, I think it's more going back to the question on whether they are ready to make that commitment, and also understanding whether the funds that they want to invest is that ready funds that they're willing to. Yes, they're willing to. So I would say whether it's students or non-student, but generally, I mean, if you're ready to commit that funds for investment, and it'll go back to what you're looking for, the needs, and at the stage where you are, if you are comfortable with it, you know what you're looking for in terms of information or products, and I mean we'll be there to guide on what is the product that's available, what's the product that you may be able to look at, instruments that you'll be able to look at.
Yeah, that's the same thing as what Anif is saying, because I think if it doesn't matter if you're a student, it doesn't matter what your age is, if you have if you're able to start managing your own personal finances, you have you have emergency funds, you have a little bit of savings, and you don't mind to part with some of your money, I think that's a good sign that you are ready to invest. Yeah, because I think it's so important to understand your own finances before anything. If you can't handle your own finances, I don't know how you're able
Manage
to invest.
yeah.
Yeah, manage like a portfolio. And also, I think another one I wanted to add was that I know it sounds like a promotion, but I mean, it's facts. Right now, I think is the best time to start if someone's been interested or have been thinking about investment, because right now Baiduri Capital, there's no minimum deposit to start a trading account, right?
Yes, we are waiving the requirement for the starting deposit.
Yeah, which used to be
1,000.
Yeah, now it's $0. So if you've always been interested in investing, until when again? This is until 31st of
31st of
December.
December.
There you go. So this is the perfect time. Again, there is no pressure. If you want to have a human-to-human interaction, you can always call them up, book a consultation appointment, and then your team will be ready to help them, right?
Yes.
So the next question is, it says here, it's not even a question, it's a statement that says it's only for rich people. And I think we covered this, right? Yeah. But okay, if I were to reword that question, why do you think people have this assumption that investing is only for rich people? Where do you think that assumption comes from?
I mean, when I started my career, I felt that the entry level for investment tend to be higher back then. And I mean, over the years, a lot of investment firms or brokerage like us has tried to lower that barrier. And I think bringing back to the point that why we have removed the $1,000 minimum deposits is to remove the barrier for entry level people to actually start, not to invest, but to actually have have a few of it, or even to open an account, play around with the platform, to understand what the platform can offer. I mean, no commitment, like you say, no pressure at all. So I think it's the entry level that has dropped significantly with a lot of players coming on board regionally. So I felt that maybe that have come from back a decade or more than a decade ago when investment amount tend to be higher.
So it does feel like it's only for people with money.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a fair like explanation as to why. But yeah, as we said now, anyone can open a trading account with Baiduri Capital until 31st of December only. Someone says here, again, it's not a question, but it says inflation, but is there another investment that's against inflation, which is gold? The key here is diversification. I don't know, do you have anything you want to say to that?
To me, not starting to do anything with the money, that's already against what that person believes that inflation is happening.
Okay.
Especially it's more so with interest rate starting to come down. I mean, leaving money in your savings account deposits may not work for you. Like I say, I think we have shared that the entry level investment amount came down.
Okay.
And with our recurring subscription plan, that may help you to make the first move. I mean, with $100 USD, you can start looking at some of the US securities. So I think that's a starting point.
Okay.
I think it's just a comment to say that make the first move.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do Baiduri provide investment to SMP500? I don't know what this is.
It's the US top 500 companies as an index. We do have. But I'm not going to cover any specific counters, but we do have what we call exchange traded funds.
Okay.
And it do track the SMP500.
Oh, okay. There you go. Which is better compared between lump sum and MIP? Again, I don't know what MIP is. I'm literally not a finance person. You would have to walk me through this. What's MIP and what does it mean by lump sum and MIP?
MIP is what we have as recurring right now. It used to be called a monthly investment plan because we only offer a frequency of on the top up on the money basis. So right now, I think like I mentioned that we have more frequency that customer can choose for. I think the flexibility that client do have right now, and I wouldn't say which one is better. Goes back to what the client are looking for, and also the timing of the market. I mean, there's never the best time to go into a market, and I think for clients that will want a consistent investment that's going on either on a money basis or on a weekly basis, regardless of the price, then the recurring works better for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, we do have clients that are looking not just put a lump sum and I don't want to look at it.
They just put it there and then
Yes.
just
It really depends on what client are looking for or what they're expecting from it.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of really a wide range of instrument listed in the stock exchange, from I think what we call blue chip those bigger corporations, and
Yes.
so it depends on what kind you're looking for.
Next question is how to open account for Baiduri Capital. What's next after opening account? How much to invest? Is it monthly, yearly, daily? We covered this,
Yep.
but if you can just like now walk through me, for example, if I made an appointment with Baiduri Capital, I'll be sitting in one of those rooms
Yes.
with one of your consultants. What would they walk me through? What questions would they ask me? And then what happens after I decide to invest? So walk with me the journey, the customer journey, basically.
We have a client profiling questionnaire. I think that's
Okay.
where we get to know the client better.
Yeah. Like you would ask me questions about my finances, my salary, and all that stuff.
Yes, those will be captured under the questionnaires. Things like whether you have your emergency fund save up, whether the money that you are placing for investment is that extra cash, or money that you're ready to
To part with.
to part with. And I mean, from that questionnaire, then we have a scoring to know whether under which risk tolerance level you are.
Okay. True. Okay. So so after you've identified which risk tolerance I am, what happens after that?
I mean, for investment, there's always a certain degree of risk, and for stock trading, that's the highest risk that we have among all of our products, because it's opening up to a really wide universe of instruments. And I mean, once you have opened up an account, any securities or any instruments that are listed in the stock exchange, it's up to the client to invest in.
Okay.
I mean, that's the reason why it has been placed as the highest risk.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that I walk in there and then they'll do like you'll give me some sort of questionnaire for me to answer.
Yes.
And then there's a scoring system as well to determine my risk factor.
Yes.
As in my risk tolerance, sorry.
Yes. For you to open a Baiduri Invest account, it has to fall under the highest risk.
Highest risk. Okay.
Yes. So I think it's more to understand or measure whether clients are ready to take on that risk. We do have some of the securities that may not turn in the favor of client. So I think making sure that clients are ready to accept that kind of risk.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're able to tell me what would be the determination or the factor that would give me a high score? Does that mean, like, is it having a lot of money?
Not so much on money. It's I think the experience helps in terms of whether you have invested before, and also I think the level of I would say savings or emergency fund. The more threshold of in terms of funding that you are above the emergency fund, that's better. I mean, we just need to make sure that they're really ready to commit that. Yeah. I mean, like I said, for customer to make the first move, come in and visit us, understanding what we have to offer and what's the solution that we have offer under Baiduri Capital. There is no commitment to open an account or start investing with us.
Okay.
I think it's the opportunity that we will have with the client to know the client better, and I think to share what's the I would not say the right options,
Yeah.
but getting client to know better where they are right now and what they are looking for, and maybe we will be able to give a bit of guidance to before they start to invest.
Yeah. What happens to those who fall under the high risk?
I mean, within Baiduri Capital, we do have other products that may be more suitable for kind that less of a risk taker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's totally no risk, but more on the conservative side. We do have other products that's more maybe more appropriate for them.
Oh, okay. All right. Someone says here, if someday I want to invest in Australia, could Baiduri help me?
Whether it's existing client that may have moved temporarily to Australia. I mean, if I'm looking at that angle, then yes, the platform can be used anywhere. as long as you have access to internet. So it's accessible everywhere.
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay. All right.
But if you are talking about investing in
The country,
in
Australia.
country or investment instrument that's listed in Australia, currently we don't have.
Okay.
We don't have the access to the Australia market.
Okay. So we covered both. Both if you want to invest in Australia or if you want to invest when you are in Australia. So, okay. I mean, there's still a lot of questions that I received, but it's basically like the same. It's just asked differently. So I think we covered everything. Okay. Now before we end, I actually have a bonus round with you. It really depends on your team if you want this to be included. This is called the rapid fire. So basically, you have to answer immediately on the top of your head, whatever it is. Okay? Okay? But I will ask you to explain if I need further context or explanation. But other than that, try to answer as quickly as you can. And
Short as possible.
yeah, first question. What was your very first investment?
Stocks.
Stocks?
Yes.
Okay. Cash or card?
Cards.
Would you rather get a free financial consultant or a free vacation?
Free vacation.
Okay.
Can I explain that?
Yeah, sure.
We are giving free consultation.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Eh?
One investing buzzword people pretend to understand, but they never do. Based on your experience.
I would say invest.
You will say the word invest. Okay, fair enough. Describe your investing style in one word.
Safe.
Safe. Really? Oh, I would expect you to be a risk
At
taker.
this point of where I am.
Okay. So
Years ago, I'm a bit more of a risk taker, but at this point, I'm a bit more safe.
a market crash or a bad first date?
A bad first date.
Really? Oh, so you don't care if the market crashes?
Do you want me to explain that?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah.
I would say that I'll go into more technical, the charts.
Yes, please.
If you zoom in,
Yeah.
you see a heartbeat, a very
Up and down.
Yes, up and down.
Yeah.
But if you stretch it over a longer period, you see a more smoother line.
True.
So that's why that's my answer.
Morning coffee or late night market watch?
Morning coffee. I need my coffee
Okay.
to start the day.
What is one financial myth you wish people would stop believing?
That it's only for the rich. I get the same feeling when I started.
Yeah.
That when we have booth outside at roadshows, people tend not to come up.
Yeah.
And we have gotten feedback from some client that I don't have enough money. I'm not rich enough.
And I mean, I can understand like in general, banks are intimidating to approach. What more like the investment side, right? So I do hope that this will be like an eye opener to a lot of people that it's not necessarily for the rich. Rate your own money management skills from 1 to 10. Be honest.
I would say about 7.
7. Okay. Pretty high still. Yeah. Last one. One tip you would give to your younger self about money.
I think at the younger age, when I have no commitment, you tend to spend more on things that may not be necessary, and you tend to enjoy luxury more. Now,
In hindsight, you feel like you could have done without. Okay, but I guess you needed to go through that, right? To know. Okay. All right. Before we end this, thank you so much for. I mean, you didn't have a choice but to entertain my rapid fire questions. But before we end this, is there any last words you would like to say?
to end it, I think it's the journey that you have to go through. So I'll repeat again, to make the first move. We learn from it. I started with investment when I started Baiduri Capital, and it was a lesson learned. I think everyone had to go through that journey to actually find out what investment instrument may be suitable for them, and every stage may be different. Well, I mean, what I was investing back then compared to what I'm investing right now is a lot different. I'm taking a more of a safer approach right now
Yeah.
compared to 10 years ago.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much for welcoming us into your beautiful office. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and taking the time to share your experiences, what Baiduri Capital has to offer to everybody. And thank you so much for, everything.
Thank you for a rapid question.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I genuinely learned a lot from this conversation, and I hope you picked up something helpful too. A big thank you to Baiduri Capital for making this episode possible and for giving me the chance to sit down and have an open and honest chat about investing. If you'd like to find out more or speak to someone, you can give them a call at 226-8588 during business hours or email baiduricapitalservices@baiduri.com to set up an appointment. And just a quick reminder that the views shared in this episode are for general information only and do not constitute investment advice. Please speak with a licensed financial professional before making any investment decision. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.